Hi friends, my name is Shankar. Welcome to my channel, Shankar Learning Channel. Kindly support me and subscribe my channel. In this session, we going to saw about what is share capital and the kinds of share capital. First, we going to saw what is share capital. Share capital constitute the basis of a capital structure of a company. Ownership of a company is vested in its shareholders, and a share represents the extent of ownership or interest in the assets and profit of the company. In the sense that a share may be defined as one of the equal part in which the capital of a company is divided, entitling the holder of a share to a proportion of the profit. The different types of share capital: authorized and nominal capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital, paid up capital, and reserve capital. The first one is authorized and nominal capital, means the capital specified in the capital clause of the memorandum. Uh, it is the maximum amount which the company can issue during its life and shown in the liability side of the balance sheet without adding its amount in the total of the balance sheet. The total amount has to be divided into shares of various classes. This capital is also called as registered capital, authorized capital, and nominal capital. Next one is issued capital. It means the part of the authorized capital which is offered to the public, allotted to the directors as a qualification, shares, and issued to the vendor as purchase consideration. If the whole of the authorized capital is offered to the public, the authorized and issued capital will be the same. Next one is subscribed capital. It means part of the issued capital which is subscribed by the public. For example, if one company issued 75,000 shares of rupees 10 each are offered to the public, and the public may apply only 50,000 shares, the subscribed capital is only the 50,000 shares. Remaining 25,000 shares is rejected. So the public applied shares is called subscribed capital. Next one is called up capital. It is the part of the subscribed capital which the shareholders are called upon by the company to pay. Uh, for example, if on the 50,000 shares of rupees 10 each subscribed by the public, rupees 6 per share has been asked for rupees 3 lakh, that is rupees 6 on 50,000 shares will be the called up capital. The remaining amount of rupees 4 per share will be the uncalled up capital. Next one is paid up capital. It means a portion of a called up capital which the shareholders have actually paid. The differences between called up capital and paid up capital is known as calls in arrear. For example, if the shareholder holding 2000 shares has not paid rupees 2 per share, rupees 4000 will be called calls in arrear. The paid up capital will be called up capital less than calls in arrear. Next one is reserve capital. It is the part of capital which is not issued and can be issued only at the time of liquidation of the company. That is, a portion of the subscribed capital not already called up becomes reserve capital. Section 1919 of the Companies Act mentions reserve liability of a limited company, which means reserve capital. Next one is kinds of share capital. The shares are classified into two categories, the preference shares and the equity shares. The equity share means those which carry no special rights in respect of annual dividend and return of capital after the company goes into the liquidation. The equity shares are generally known as real owners of the company. Equity shareholders are generally called as real owners of the company. Next classification is preference shares. A preference shares is one which enjoy certain preferential rights. The first on preference shares, a fixed dividend is guaranteed before any payment of dividend is made in respect of the equity shareholder. In the kinds of shares, equity share, preference share, and one more classes of shares also there. It is shares with differential rights. It means founder shares or management shares. They are issued to promote their friends at the time of foundation of the company. These shares enjoy all the residual benefits in profit after satisfying the preference shares and equity dividend claims. Companies Act 1956 has prohibited issued a deferred shares from the time has come into effect by the public limited companies, subsidiary private limited companies, and private company deemed to be public limited companies. Next we saw classes of preference shares. There are a few classes of preference shares is there. The cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, participating preference shares, redeemable preference shares, guaranteed preference shares. First one is cumulative preference shares. Cumulative preference shares means the preference shareholders are paid dividend at a fixed rate, but when the dividend go on accumulating in case of the dividend is not paid, preference shares are said to be cumulative. In case of the dividend in a particular year are not paid, they will be carried forward to the next year, or subsequent year. Preference shares are always cumulative unless otherwise stated. The second classes is non-cumulative preference shares. Shares in respect which dividend do not accumulate are called non-cumulative preference shares. If the company does not declare dividend in the year, the non-cumulative preference shareholders' right to dividend in respect of the year is lost forever. Next one is participating preference shares. The articles of association may be contained a provision to effect the after dividend has been paid on the equity shares at a specific rate. The holders of the preference shares will have a right to participate the remaining profit in addition to the ordinary preference dividend. Such shares are called as a participating preference shares. The next classes of preference shares is redeemable preference share. It means money on these shares can be refunded on the expiry of the specified period in the companies. Does not require fund or at option of the company. Often the commitment in is made by the company at the time of issue of these shares. The redemption is subject to certain legal restrictions. Next and final classes of preference shares is guaranteed preference shares. It means dividend at fixed rates is guaranteed to such shareholders irrespective of fact whether the company has earned any profit or not. Such guarantees is not given by the company itself but by some third party like a bank, an individual or other financial institutions. Thank you friends, hope you are all understand. We will saw the next video. Subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.